Even though a lot of my content and everything you will find on my page is very personal development, health and fitness, philosophy, like do the damn thing type of mentality, position set, and all that stuff, I hope that people are understanding and seeing that I do not like to fall on either end of the spectrum when it comes to extremes, because I feel like most people and their mindset and how they are like framing situations, and people lean into the extremes, a very dichotomous black and white perspective of how they should do things. It's like either all or nothing. And in this context, for example, I'll just use me for today. Like, hey, I didn't work out today. My initial plan was to train today, as if I train today and all my subsequent days going forward, I would hit my 5 lifting sessions for the week, not counting my running sessions. And I am feeling very meh today, to be honest. And so I'm not training today. And immediately, I wanted to almost feel bad about it and judge myself. But it's okay. Like, I recognize that initial thought behavior that was happening. And I decided to look at it with more self compassion and more of a neutral eye of it's a data point. Why am I feeling like this? Why do I not want to go train today? Well, I'm feeling very meh. I'm feeling slightly burnt out in some ways. And I feel like I have been running very hot and I want to pull back. And so today, instead of doing a stressor that also rejuvenates me as well, most of the time, it's still a stressor. And I wanted to preserve whatever mental, emotional reservoir I had left for myself for the day and hold on to it. And be okay that I'm not training today. So I've been at home, hanging out a little more, and a little more relaxed. Of course, I could have gone and trained, and I probably would have been fine, but this is okay too, because I'm practicing when it's time to step on the gas, when it's time to pull back, and understanding and not being so judgmental nor harsh on myself when I don't do a certain behavior. And me not training today is not going to make or break anything in the grand scheme, and especially within my marathon prep currently. And so I do not need to feel like crap for not going. I don't need to subject myself to that level of internal torment because I didn't go. And it's very easy for people to put themselves into that mental purgatory of judgment and trial and just feel the full weight of it all, and it gets pretty heavy. Of course, when you zoom out, look at the grand scheme of things, like, hey, is this becoming a repeated pattern? Hey, how, like, if you say you want to do something, why don't you be this person that actually says what they are going to do? Hey, whatever. And I choose to look at things very holistically and from many avenues. And by looking at myself today, I'm not a piece of shit for not going. If I choose not to go, it's okay, because it's not going to there's not going to be a large consequence or ramification because of my one decision today. Instead, this is actually a very healthy thing, because I'm not living in that extreme of go, you have to go do this, otherwise you are not a disciplined person or whatnot, right? Because I'm giving myself that wiggle room, but I'm still very firm and I'm still training hard and doing other things. But this shows that it's okay that you aren't perfect, because the plan is not to be perfect. The plan is to make progress, and right now I'm making progress. Of course, when I approach closer to competition time, I'm going to be a lot more locked in and dialed in, because that period, because it's a type of periodization for that season, it's going to be temporary, and I'm going to have to be more locked in. And right now, I have more wiggle room where I can be looser, and it's okay. And I can allocate more energy into other areas of self care. Like today. Today was another practice of having more of a neutral and self compassion discussion with myself internally instead of casting myself out to my own internal damnation. And so I know this gets very complex and very complicated. I don't know a better word to think about that when it comes to your decision making, when it comes to a certain behavior and certain things that you want to keep doing. But understand that at times it's okay to pull back, and living in the extremes, you can only live in extremes so temporarily and not for a long duration, not for a long period of time, because then it's not feasible. It's not viable. And so if you choose to miss a workout one day, one evening, after getting off work, after being up since 5 a.m. and it's 4 o'clock, it's okay. One day is okay. Of course, going on day two, it might becoming a habit. Now, if you approach that from a pre-meditation view of like, hey, I'm actually going to take the next 2 days off because I'm doing this, or even on the fly decision next day, and be at peace with the decision, it's okay. Because ultimately, it's your life, it's your decision, and only you have to be okay with it and be at peace with it. Other people's thoughts do not matter. It's your own life, your own thing. And so I'm okay with myself today, and I'm proud that I didn't take myself down that negative road for not training today. Instead, I've gave myself permission to be a lazy blob on the couch, but I was productive still. I cleaned up my kitchen a little bit, cleaned my apartment, vacuum, laundry, I'm about to watch a movie, still doing this episode. And another example here, maybe to this, like, hey, Calvin, why did you not go train today? You gave yourself a leniency in that department. How about giving yourself some when it comes to recording? And because I actually got a message this morning from somebody that it was a unsolicited advice that I did not ask for, and the comment was they felt like I was going to burn myself out. And I'll be honest, yeah, doing like something like this can be strenuous on me, but this isn't the thing that's burning me out. I may feel more burnt out in other areas that comes to influence the things that I do care about and dampen this. But this right here, this context of me recording and me making content every single day as I keep on stretching with these long form content, and as I migrate as well into the short form stuff, more of that, is that for this is a non-negotiable. Like, I signed that contract with myself that this is a non-negotiable. I am recording every single day for 351 days because I told myself that, and I am willing to bear the full weight of that, and that's okay. On my training, on the other hand, I gave myself permission to, you don't have to be 100%, and that's okay. So you can be very locked in, non-negotiable, contract signed, sealed, and one domain, and that doesn't mean that it has to apply in another domain. You can take some of that and let it bleed into another domain, and you can still build that self-respect with yourself. Your word can still matter, but then you're also human, and so there's moments where you have to pull back. And so I'm going to do my best to make sure that this specifically does not, I don't reach the point where it's like, hey, I'm so sick, my throat, say I feel like I swallowed a cup full of razor blades, or something happens, then I can't record. Yes, like, If it's extreme like that, then I'll pull back. But I don't foresee something like that happening, but I will make sure I take the necessary precautions to make sure that I can mitigate those occurrences if they were to occur. However, yeah, so you're not a piece of shit if you skip a day training just because you just feel like having a black day. And we're human and we all feel like that, and not everyone can be go, 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 go. Even though this is my year of obsession, there's moments where I just feel like a puddle of mud. And that's okay. Because it's okay. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.